Now, chronic poverty, unemployment and decades of war have left Somalia with one of the highest rates of mental illness in the world. The United Nations estimates that 1 in 3 people there suffer from some form of psychological problem. But treatment is virtually non-existent, with hundreds of thousands of people simply locked away, becoming social pariahs. On the eve of World Mental Health Day, our Africa reporter Jamaal Osman travelled to Somalia to investigate.
In Somali, we would call him Ninkawalan, the man who is mad.
Yeah.
Imagine being severely mentally ill. Then imagine being chained up like an animal 24 hours a day by your own family. This is how Abdullahi has spent the last 17 years of his life. He's 43 years old now. For years, his whole world has been confined to this small tin hut. His family is extremely poor. Mom is the only breadwinner. The United Nations say 1/3 of the people here have some sort of mental illness. They are the forgotten people of Somalia.
subax buu naga shaqo tagay cawaysku buu yimid kii xanuunsanaya markaas baan dareemay waxa la oran jiray dadka jin baa soo raaco dad baa la shiisidi jiray marka waxaan si jinkii baa soo raacay markaas aan dareemay dabeedna markii sidii loola booday dib umu saldhigin.
It's Yusuf, Abdullahi's dad, who does most of the caring.
adimadu ma kala bedela kol maxadana oo kala bedela oo ka galo bedela
silsiladu ma loo kala bedela
siliga qofka markii uu jabin yahay argal galna wala min
akmiya islahin silsiladii meesha ku xiran yahay uu uga sii daraya xanuunka
waan eegna ma taamdan wada anigu waxay u darano wala waayo hada meelagaasa riyal ku dilay ay ma igu daran.
Many Somali families chain up relatives who are mentally ill like this. They worry that they might commit a crime and the family will face a compensation claim. Abdullahi has never had any proper medical diagnosis. But he did come here once. This is a kind of exorcism clinic. Verses of the Quran are shouted through cardboard tubes. The aim of all of this is to force the bad spirit or the jinn to leave the patient's body. This is the most popular treatment for the mentally ill here in Somalia. Chained in his tin hut, every day is the same for Abdullahi. He has almost become an invisible son. Psychiatric illness is poorly understood here. It's seen as something deeply shameful. So Abdullahi's case is a typical experience. He spends hours and hours alone. His only stimulus during the daytime was to listen to classic Somali songs. His case seems so desperate, he will be living like this for the rest of his life.
Sarah, suxintii ka warramka. Waa ladan tahay.
I'd come out with nurse Marian Hassan as she does her rounds.
Yeah.
Marian is an extraordinary woman. She's one of only 20 mental health nurses in the whole of Somalia. This morning we meet Sahra, a woman of 28. She suffers from severe epilepsy and learning difficulties.
dawadaad markaad qaadato waad iska bogsoon waad socon insha allah waad iska dhaqaaqiyo dadkaad u tagtay waad soo salaamay yeah.
Both her parents are dead, and she receives minimal care from an auntie. Sahra seems reassured by Marian's tranquil presence, but lately she has become too scared to go outside. Sahra is picked on and bullied by the local children.
Hey. ها حافظة لك سو شيدة iyaguna way ku soo shiidaan waa lagaa celinaya waxaa leeyahay inantaa sahra aamin sahra qof owna ha shiidin.
It was time for us to leave Sahra. Marian said she was going to look after her.
يعني waan jecelahay runtii qof xanuun maskaxeed qaba bini aadan aad u gargaarayso wax ka wanaagsan ma jirto qofka ka shaqeeya qof inuu ummadda u gargaarana wada waxa la isleeyahay bala aakhiri adduunka bala waa dargi.
I decided to tell Marian about Abdullahi's situation. Was it possible that she could offer him some hope? She told me that she can nominate some patient to receive free treatment at the private clinic where she works. This could be good news for Abdullahi. Marian agreed to come out and assess him.
Skawara. Fiicanta. Kom maxaa dhacay maxaa lagu xiray?
She starts making notes. She takes her time pulling out the information from his father.
laakiin de caadi ha ahaadee dawada ha la siiyo sisadu siduu buu ugu xiray yaho. halkeed ugu maydhaan?
suuliga markaan aan ka furo baasha yaan suuliga geeyna
marka kalena
marmarna halkaan ayaan ugu maydhnaa.
There is a moment of silence as Marian writes, and then comes news which will transform Abdullahi's life.
imika tii silsiladan iyo waxa lagaa furo bal ka war Cabdilaahiyo wana raacaysaa toos ma noo raaci
17 years. No wonder the chains are rusty. Abdullahi sits impassively, awaiting freedom. His walk is a little unsteady. The last time Abdullahi saw the center of the city of Hargeisa, he was a young man. We arrive at the private clinic. It must be strange for Abdullahi to be spoken to like this, with tenderness. Abdullahi is taken to the shower room. He has a long, soapy wash. It's amazing how a shower, clean clothes, and kindness can transform someone. Already, Abdullahi seems different. For the first time in years, he is examined by a doctor.
حما حنوسنaya
ها عرب بدن miyaa dareentaa عرب بدن ma dareenti ماليا بريو كسب بوقتي ها يا كسب بوقين جري
بري أروس سنقا استاديو كورتيس
أروس كيوها
أروس سعادي وشكاين وكان دوي بري أسوي يسو قوس قلوت كويس كيش
قلوت إيه كويسي
أنت ضدك
كوا قوس قلوت كم ده
هي عريس أظن غير عريس
He's given medication to treat psychosis. Abdullahi will be in this clinic for at least 3 months. The care is good, but even here, some patients have their legs chained. Outside this clinic, there are hundreds of thousands of Somalis like Abdullahi, chained, ignored, and are in desperate need of help. Abdullahi was very lucky to meet Maryam.
إلى إنكو حتى نم فري سيفنا قصد استعادة الوصية سوشيال جلسة تيفي قصد الوشة ودانسة دوين كات قادنسة يا سبدل بعد عاد